Good evening, guys. Welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the sheep. So welcome back, all my sheepy friends. How are we doing this week? We're going to soon find out, aren't we, as we shuffle these up, and we're going to pick three for you guys. I would like to take this opportunity, though, to thank everybody that has hit that subscribe button in 2024. It has been a great pleasure to do these readings for you guys and to watch the channel grow and evolve. So I will thank you all very much, because it is very appreciated, the time it takes you guys and the support you show us and all of that, for the liking, subscribing, comments and all of this. It is very much appreciated. I would also like to say as well that I do believe that this is the only channel of its type. These are the only readings out there. This is a very unique thing that we do here. Not only do we use the Chinese Zodiac deck, which I know a lot of people ask me where the cards come from, and they were a gift, so I don't actually know where they came from. But I use the Chinese Zodiac cards based on your Chinese Zodiac sign, and then I base the reading around the compatibility of those cards. I do this using the Theodora Lao Chinese Zodiac and Horoscope book, and I've never once opened the booklet that came with these cards. So even if somebody had these cards and used that booklet, they still wouldn't be able to do a reading or do the same type of reading that I do. And if they have, or if they are, I don't know about it, which makes this a very unique and individualistic, as we've now started calling it, individualistic channel and readings. So again, I'm very appreciative of you guys joining us over here and showing support to this unique and individualistic channel. I think we will stop about there and we'll get on with this, as I've just been rabbiting on with my eyes closed for the last couple of minutes. But isn't that fun? Isn't that a good thing, a great thing to think about, that, this could be the only readings of their kind, huh? I think that's quite cool. Right, let's take that one from the bottom, that one from the middle, that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we've got two whites and a black there. Those positives to start us off, which is always a good start, and you may be getting your hopes up that, things are great. And then there's that black, which is going to put a bit of a downer on things. But alas, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Rein it in a little bit. Calm down. The white isn't always all right. The black isn't always an attack. It all depends on that compatibility as we flip the cards over. And that first card we've got there is the monkey card coming into play. Things for you to do, things for you to get on with, things that you are looking forward to. This is quite a good card in respect, because what we're seeing here is a good place that you're in, that you're taking advantage of at the same time. You may not understand it. You may not quite get what's going on, but you're feeling accepted. You're feeling invited. You're feeling part of it. Work life, family life, social life, whatever it is, the relationship you're in, the marriage that you're in, you're feeling it. You're feeling accepted into it. You're feeling as if you're part of it. And I know that sounds silly if you're married. You say, well, of course I'm a part of it because I'm married. But are you, feeling it? Does it feel like you're married? I know that sounds silly, but those that know. Are you feeling it though? Are you now in a place where you're like, oh, this is the first time in a long time that I've actually felt like I belong here? You're feeling a sense of belonging. This is good. You're feeling like things are finally looking up, but there is stuff that needs to be done for you to maintain this. You need to keep going and doing what you're doing. Keep those lines of communication open. Keep that sort of bridge being maintained. Get that sort of relationship or whatever it is into a place where this is a habit, this is a normal, this is a routine, this is something that is consistent. If it's working for you, make it a habit, make it part of, what you do on a daily basis or whatever, This is something that's going to build up gratitude for this and make you feel, as if you're not just squandering it, if you like, if you're not just, you're not wasting it. You don't want to waste this moment. You don't want to waste this opportunity. You don't want to waste these feelings or, this time you've got right now. So make sure that you're savoring it. You're doing it and you're really kind of, like I say, taking advantage of it. You're definitely taking something home with you on this. This is good. And you're being practical as well, which is good. You're being practical because sheep are very emotional and passive, and that can kind of hinder them. And there's no offense. I don't mean to insult or hurt anybody's feelings here. but they can be very emotional and very passive. And with that in mind, it means that you can often take a back seat to things. You can often kind of allow other people to take charge and delegate you a responsibility or some sort of place. But you're taking a little bit more control. You're being a bit more practical. You're being a little bit, because sometimes, again, no offense intended, I'm just telling you as it is, sheep can be rather pessimistic people. You can be quite pessimistic. However, right now, you are being practical instead of pessimistic. You are being logical. You are being rational. And these are all good things to start pushing you forward from here into, oh, look at that. Another good card for the sheep people. So the sheep and the sheep don't have a rivalry. They work quite well together. And they, in some ways, just accept each other because that's what sheep do. They're like, it's like herd mentality. They're like, oh, you're a sheep, I'm a sheep. Oh, that's good. Let's just get on with it. And they get on with it with no spoken bond or any sort of, communication to actually set that precedence. But sheep will naturally just get along with other sheep. Right now, this is a good start as we move into a catalyst that's going to be the catalyst that brings you over from a positive place that you're doing really well in over to this negative. So there is going to be a change, and it's going to be quite a hard change. And this isn't a bad change because that goat that we're seeing here is in the white, and it's a compatible card for you. So what we're looking at really here is more like expectations, or it's happened before you were ready or you wanted it to happen, or it was short-lived and where you were feeling this confidence and this control and this sort of practical side of things, potentially the steam ran out. You ran out of steam, and you might be feeling that right now. But again, it's not necessarily a bad thing because it will give you an opportunity to rethink things, to re-energize, as I say, to, I don't know, find new influences and inspiration, to find ways, like if you're going to work yourself to a point where you're absolutely knackered and you can't work anymore and the job's not getting done because you don't have the energy, there's no point sitting there flopping around the place making a mess. You may as well get some rest, chill out, take some time to recuperate, half a day, a week, whatever, depending on the stress that you're under or whatever the job is at hand, and then come back, and then come back into it. Refreshed, re-energized, fresh eyes, a fresh sort of, perspective on things. Especially if you're in this place of belonging right now and things are actually feeling like, for the first time ever, that you're actually where you want to be and you're being productive. The last thing you want to do is now cause a mess because you fumbled. And you fumbled because you were distracted. And you were distracted because things were changing all around you. Things were happening really sort of abruptly. You kind of missed a trick here and then you kind of slipped up there, and then all of a sudden you've realized that you've been wearing your t-shirt inside out for the most of the day. Let's rewind, let's chill out, let's get some re-energizing here, let's get some recuperation. After all, that monkey is a self-care card, and that catalyst is talking about you. We're looking at the sheep right there, so we're looking at self-care, we're looking at you, just as much as you want to jump ahead leaps and bounds, the faster you go, the more likely you are to fall over and face plant. Then we're going to move over into things are going to turn around and take a big change. Look, it's not just a catalyst, we're having a complete U-turn. And we're going to come into that monkey space where it's, again, that self-care. If you run yourself into the ground, you are going to... I can't really say much more than I've already said, really. I've just said all of this. I've basically just told you this card before I even turned it over. Exactly what I've just said. You're going to run yourself into the ground. You need to re-energize. You need to recuperate. You need to look after yourself. You need to look out for yourself. You need to make sure that you are not running at a pace that's something you can't handle. You don't want to run at such a speed or move at such a pace that when you do, if you do slip over, it's going to hurt. It's going to cause more problems than it's worth. It's going to make you wish that you hadn't even come down this road. But you are down this road now, and the road's starting to make an incline, and that incline is going at such a I suppose it's such a gradient that when you get to the top, you're going to shoot over the top. And when we come into that decline and we start to come down, and this is where the danger starts, it's likely to have you fumble and it's going to have you rolling down that hill. I can't really say more than that because I've already told you this. I've just literally, I knew that. I didn't know that card was there, but I knew this energy was there before I even turned that card over, and that just validates what I was saying anyway. Not to boast, but, you know, it's funny how things work out. It's almost as if I'm psychic. But that's the self-care card, and things that you need to pay attention to, things that you need to look at, and only you know what those things are, my lovely sheep people. Whether it's emotional, whether it is mental, whether it is physical, there is something that you need to make sure that you are not neglecting as you start to charge ahead. Let's just put it that way. And we'll find out how you get on with that next week when we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the sheep, or the goat if you prefer. I will be back in my next video for those born in the year of the monkey next. So if you're interested, I will see you then. If not, not to worry. I will just see you in a reading for you guys next. I think I said that right. I say this all the time, so sometimes I even fumble my words. I'll be doing a monkey reading next, so if you're interested, I'll see you then. If not, I will just see you in a sheep reading next week when we come back and do a reading for you guys. Then is what I meant to say. But if you would like a more in-depth and personal reading, then you can now find a link in the description for a Patreon. And if you click on that, you'll find a whole package of different things, which will be a whole lot of different readings that you can choose from. And, you know, if you're interested, take a pic or have a look at those. If not, not to worry. I'll just see you next week. Love and peace.